What's up, TikTok land? As I have food in my mouth. We're back with the brand new edition. This is, while I'm waiting for people to join me. If you are new here, my name is Jen. I'm your manifestation bestie, where I teach all things law of assumption when it comes to manifesting anything and everything that you desire. If that sounds good to you, which I know it does, follow me for more. Typically, we talk about on these lives, I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time. At least I try to be on time. I really do give it a whirl. Hey, girlfriend. I try to give it a whirl, okay? But anyway, on this live, we mainly talk about SPs. If you don't like it, I don't give a shit. But I'm here to help as many of you get your SP back as quickly as possible. And we're, of course, here to talk about anything else manifestation related. I'm here to answer any manifestation questions you got. So whether it's about money, careers, school, hey, NYC, or any of that glorious stuff, that's what I'm here for. I don't know if you caught me on the live yesterday, where I went live last night, guys. I had other things to do, but I was responding to some of your guys' messages, especially my VIP members, right? I was responding to them, and I had a meltdown. Although half of my live was in the dark. It never dawned on me to turn the light on. And then I turned the light on. And then halfway through, there was light, bitch. So, but I went live because I wanted to just share with you guys. It's like oh, well, I will hook you up, sis. I will hook you up. But I wanted to share with you because I went live because as I'm responding to your guys' messages, to see you guys have some epiphany moments, to see you guys get movement when nothing else was working for you, right? And you're like, I've talked to you guys and you're like, I've been doing this for months or years and nothing. And then all of a sudden it clicks, okay? Robotic affirming was the only thing that worked. Last night we had a lot of fun. There's a whole different crowd on TikTok in the evening. I'll just let you fucking know that. They were a rocking good time. I mean, I got flagged again, probably by some hater that was a tarot card reader or a psychic. Because that's what we were talking about last night. Hey, Joe. And that's what we were talking about last night is psychics and tarot card readers. And stop giving your money to them, okay? Save your coins, okay? Anyone that tells you shouldn't do something is full of crap, okay? I was talking to one lady who she said she gave all her money to psychics. And the psychics were like, don't look at his picture. Don't look at his picture. Don't think about him. And don't affirm for him. And I said, well, first of all, I think affirming is confused. And people are like, oh, I need to affirm. You're always affirming. You're literally always affirming. Okay? Hey, Priscilla. And that's what you need to understand. Okay, you're always affirming. It's not something you're learning how to do. You're learning how to create affirmations that work for you. But every thought you have is an affirmation. You are affirming all day long, regardless. And so anybody that tells you that shit, click off their video. Okay? Anyone that says you shouldn't be thinking about your SP, that sounds stupid as fuck. Because if you're married to your SP, wouldn't you think about him? Wouldn't you look at his picture? That's stupid. So don't listen to them bitches. They don't know what they're fucking talking about. Oh. Jesus. Well, Priscilla, send me another DM so it pops up to the top. I'm going through them today. I've been going through them yesterday. There's a shit ton. If you are VIP, for the love of God, get off my DMs, okay? Send me a text, bitch. Send me a text, okay? Because I got so many of them. Like Tabitha, I got to respond to you. I got to respond to all you guys, okay? I've just been left on red and he viewed my story. I don't know where I'm going wrong. Okay, so let's talk about. Somebody said best tips for self-concept. Hey, Ava. Okay, so your best tips for self-concept are this. You need to affirm for yourself. You need to sit there. Let's see, if it's with an SP and there's a 3P, we'll say. Well, you guys need to affirm. Oh, real quick. Pause that thought. Joe, you can sign up in the bio. You get 7 days of unlimited tech support with myself. It is my personal cell phone number. You get the replays, you get the VIP. We have another VIP session coming up next Monday. You get access to that. I have a sleep meditation for you when it comes to SP, and then I have curated affirmations for you. However, if you want affirmations given your situation, then all you need to do is tell me your situation, what it is that you want, and we curate the affirmations, and I send them to you. Okay? Also, I do offer one-on-one coaching. Okay, you guys can get the replay now. It's only $20. I do have guided meditations for you, sleep meditations for anything you're trying to manifest. Also, you can also get one-on-one coaching with me. It is myself, okay? It is not another coach that I contracted out, which is Stephen. Okay, and so that's that. Okay, oh, the 30 days if you are VIP, oh yeah, that's right. You also get 30 days of motivational shit from me where I'm recording them today after this live. So you guys will be getting them every single day where I'm going to check your ass and remind you who the fuck you are every single day. Because that really is what helped me in my manifestation journey, is really having daily reminders to remind me to step into my power and who the hell I am. Okay? So I'm going to save you time. You ain't got to watch hours of videos like I used to do every day. I'll just send them to you. Okay, so self-concept. You need to start affirming for yourself. Like, you need to start seeing yourself as the baddest bitch. Like, I'm the best. I'm the best in the world. Like, everybody wants me. Whoever I want wants me more. Like, you need to start affirming for you, or, thanks, Josita. You need to start affirming for you and your self-concept, because self-concept is important in manifesting. Okay, I don't care what anybody fucking says. It's not necessary, but it's important because it speeds it up because you're not wavering so much. Okay, so if you're going to affirm for self-concept, you either want to affirm that you're the baddest bitch, like everybody wants me. I'm like that shit. Like, I am dope. Everybody worships the ground that I walk on. Everybody loves me. Everybody's constantly complimenting me every single day. Right? That's what I would do. Hey, apologetically, me. I love that. Okay. So that's what I would do for self-concept, but be consistent. When you see yourself in the mirror, talk to yourself, like boost yourself up. You guys, when it comes to self-concept, often, just like SPs, you guys are often relying on the outside source, like people to validate who the fuck you are. No, I don't need you to validate shit. Okay. And so you guys need to stop looking for other people to validate who you are, to tell you about yourself. No, because the thing is it doesn't matter how many compliments people give you. You think that that's going to help with your self-concept, but it's not, because it's called self-concept. Okay. So as many times as people are complimenting you, you're going to justify the shit and be like, oh, they're just being nice. That's not helping your self-concept. Okay. So you need to do something every day that boosts you up, that makes you feel amazing. Okay. Yeah, spiraling is not helping. Is not helping at fucking all. So I'll give you that part. But hold on a sec. Let's go back to these. Okay. Okay. Does this work if you're a guy and trying to manifest a woman back? No, Paul. It only works for women, bitch. I'm just kidding. Of course it works for men manifesting a woman back. It's the same concept, okay? But you have to put yourself on that pedestal. This is where you guys go wrong. You have to put yourself on that pedestal where nobody is above you in your own fucking house, aka your reality. Okay, where even your SP, as much as you love them, as much as you love them and want them back, they are not above you in your own fucking house. Okay, you have to start describing the person that you want back in a different way, how you want them to be, how you expect them to be for your ass. You need to start describing them that way consistently. Oh, you messaged me on Instagram. Okay, that explains it. I will go ahead and check the gram. But that's how you need to start seeing yourself. And then curating affirmations, which a lot of you guys are doing them wrong. Okay. Whenever I hop on a call with you guys, and you guys, I'll be like, what are your affirmations? And a lot of you guys are poising your affirmations as if they haven't happened, as if it hasn't happened yet, or it's future tense. No. No. Or you're wording them in a way that gives your SP free will or power to decide. No. I don't need to give you power, or you don't need to decide shit. I'm going to decide it for you. And that is how the affirmations work. Okay. So instead of saying he's going to do something, no, he's doing this right now. Right. It's not like, oh, my SP is going to confess his love to me. No, he's not going to confess his love to you. No, he's confessing his love to me right now. Okay, it's not, you don't want to say he's going to do something or he wants to do something. Like, Bitch, bye. No, he'll do anything to be with me. Okay, that's how you curate the correct affirmations. Okay, it's not wanting, going to be doing something and giving him a fucking free will. Because too many of you are listening to what the hell they say. And that's how you know you're giving them free will. If you are listening to what they say and reacting to what they fucking said and letting what they said get your thoughts to spiral, then that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay, that's exactly what's going to happen. Is so many of you guys, especially if you're in contact with your SP, is you guys will have a conversation, but you're still giving him free will. I don't give a fuck what he tells you to your face. I don't care what he says. Here's your response. Okay, that's it. You don't need to go back and fucking forth. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to be like, well, if that's how you feel, then I'll respect that. No, fuck that. No, I don't think so. So instead, you just say, okay. And then you bring your little happy ass home or wherever the fuck you're going and walk it and affirm the opposite. The conversation never took place. Okay, affirm the opposite. Who cares what they say? They're only showing you what your current assumption of them are. So if you want something different, you need to describe a different situation. But so many of you, because you're not in contact with your SP and you see his shit because you can't help yourself, sit there and question and make up stories, but they're not stories that are helping you. They're like, I wonder if he's talking to another woman. How many other women is he talking to? Maybe he's talking to a billion other women. Who the fuck would want to put that out there? Who would want to put that shit out there? I wouldn't, because you're going to be right. Regardless of what you say, you're going to be right. He could not even be talking to another hoe. And then all of a sudden, now you're obsessing over, I wonder if he's talking to another woman. And then all of a sudden you're like, I knew it. Because you see it in the 3D. Yeah, of course you knew it because you created the shit. Because that's what you were thinking about. Why would you want to put that out there? I had a conversation with my boyfriend today. Because he needs to get his brakes done, and he's procrastinating about his fucking brakes. So he's over here like, I used his car today. I don't like his car. I have an SUV, an Infiniti SUV. He has a Challenger, and those things are fucking small. I don't like them. Anyway, so he was like, well, I'm just saying, he goes, I just get concerned when you drive my car because I don't want you to get in an accident. And I was like, oh, I'm not driving your car anymore. And he's like, he got offended by that. He's like, no, see, now you're making me sound like an asshole. And that's not like what I'm trying to say. I said, no. I said, no, that's not it at all. But you're putting that shit out there. And so I'm good on driving your car. Because as we all know, the things that come out your mouth, even though you're not dwelling on it. And he said it like 7 times. And I was like, I'm definitely not driving your car. We trying to get no accident because you created that shit. And I told him, I said, can you stop saying, and he's like, well, I'm just saying, like, I just don't want my car to get in an accident because I love that. His car's his baby. What man doesn't have a baby? His car is his lover, right? And so he's over here, and I was like, I need you to really stop fucking saying that. He's like, well, I don't believe in what you teach. I said, you don't have to believe in shit. That's irrelevant. You don't have to believe in what I do. But it's still going to manifest. You're still throwing that shit out there. I said, my brother didn't believe in what I do either. But yeah, he went to go borrow my car because his car needed brakes and he didn't want to sit around and wait for the shit. So he's like, hey, can I borrow your car for the night? I'm going to park. He literally said, I'm going to sleep in your car. And I was like, why would you sleep in my car? Why are you going to be homeless for a night? He's like, because I don't want to drive your car into my garage. He has a garage that has like a storage unit at top, so it protrudes out a little bit. He's like, well, I don't want to drive your car and put it in my garage because I'm afraid that I'm going to break the back window. That's what he said, break the back window. And I was like, okay. And so he was supposed to sleep in the car. Well, he decided not to. He decided he was going to bring his little happy ass home. And he went to go park my car in the garage. And what the fuck do you think happened? He broke my back window. Literally. And I was like, literally 24 hours later, you break my whole shit because you put that out there. You don't have to believe in manifestation to know that you're manifesting all the fucking time. So I was telling him that. I said, so no. I said, you need to really stop saying that because something's going to happen to your shit if you don't turn that thing around. So let me go ahead and change your story. Okay? So that's the thing. You don't have to believe in manifestation for all the shit to keep coming up. You can't turn it off. You can't stop manifesting, so you may as well learn how to get a grip and fucking control the shit, because you're always manifesting. Okay? Like, so I laughed because my brother was like, oh my God, I almost died today. I said, why would you almost die? He's like, I broke your window. I said, you put that shit out there, bro. Like, you literally told me less than 24 hours ago that you were going to break my shit if you went home. So then it cost him $250 to get me a new windshield. Is it bad or good that you no longer want to affirm not caring as much on SP, knowing he's coming? No, that's not a bad thing. If you don't have to affirm for your SP if you find that it's natural, right? If you're in that natural state where you're just like, I don't have to affirm. I don't feel like I have to affirm. Thanks, blah. It's B. You don't have, if you're in a natural state where you feel it's natural and you feel like you know it's coming, you don't have to affirm. Like, I'm not going to tell you, no, it's bad if you don't affirm, but here's the thing. Even though you know he's coming, every time you think about your SP, even if you're not affirming for him, every time you think about your SP, if it's not in alignment with knowing that he's coming, then you need to flip the shit. Okay, then you do need to affirm, because you can't just push that shit aside. So even though if you're not going to actively affirm for them, every time you think about them, you do need to affirm. Okay, plus it depends on the situation. It depends on your situation and where you're at in the knowing that he's coming state. Okay, because if you truly knew that he was coming, you'd be seeing movement already. Okay. And you'd be getting progress. Okay. So if you're not, then I would check on if you actually know and believe he's coming. Okay. Because at some point, if you're not seeing movement, if all of you guys are not seeing movement by now, then you're wavering. Somewhere in your fucking head, you're wavering. Okay, so this is why I tell people that for the next, 24 hours, you need to pay attention to every freaking thought that comes in your head and every word that comes out of your mouth, because your thoughts and your words are manifesting. So you need to pay attention to those, because if you don't think you're wavering, pay attention to all that, because somewhere, thanks and Q, somewhere there's a waver. So, or you're questioning or doubting or checking or doing something like that. So pay attention to what you're doing, and therefore you'll see where it is that you're wavering, and then you'll be able to fix that shit. But most of the time, where you guys are wavering is you guys keep talking about everything they said. Everything they said. It's like you're playing a horror film over and over and over again in your mind about everything they said, and that I don't think they want to be with me because that's what they said, and who gives a fuck what they said? I keep telling you guys this. I'm going to keep telling you this, and I'm going to keep telling you this, and I'm keep fucking telling you this. Who gives a shit what they say? Who cares? Change it in your mind. Change it in your mind. Change it in your mind. You think I give a shit what my boyfriend says? No, I don't. I mean, he's a great guy. He really is. And so he doesn't really say a lot of things he doesn't really say things that I would deem as disrespectful or whatever, but you need to control your thoughts. You need to control your thoughts. Okay. And how you react to shit. Okay. You feel like you're spiraling, which isn't helping. Yes, it's not helping. If you spiral in your thoughts, because trust me, I get it. That's why I cried on TikTok yesterday. I get it. I get what it's like to just think of, just to obsess, if you will, because that's spiraling, okay? You're obsessing over all the negative shit. But why? This is where you have to have your safety net ready, cocked and ready to go. So if your thoughts are spiraling, you need to tell yourself something different, okay? Because you can't think two thoughts at the same time. Okay, so if you're thinking about, oh, I miss him so much, he's not here, he's ghosted me, he's blocked me, he doesn't want to talk to me, he's not responding to me, he's not doing this, he's not doing that, he said this, he said that. Why are you going down that rabbit hole? Why are you choosing to think those thoughts and let those thoughts spiral versus when your thoughts get out of control, you start affirming? Why wouldn't you do that instead? Why would you continue to let your thoughts spiral? That doesn't make any sense to me. This is discipline. Either you want it or you don't. And so I don't understand how it's that difficult I'm not going to sit there and say you're never going to have a negative thought. Excuse me, while I grab my power bank. I don't give you unrealistic advice, okay? So I'm not going to be like, you're never going to have a negative thought. Don't ever have a negative thought about your SP. That sounds stupid as fuck, okay? So I'm not going to ever tell you guys that. But what I am going to tell you is why you continue to be like, obsess over the negative shit, to me, makes zero sense. Makes zero sense at all. Because it's not helping you, it's hurting you. First of all, it's hurting you in multiple ways. We'll just discuss that. Excuse me, while I plug my power bank into my sheet. Okay. So it's hurting you in more ways than one, right? First of all, the obvious, it hurts your feelings. Okay, we'll just talk about that part. And then the second part is it hurts your manifestation. It hurts your manifestation because they can't change. You guys have to understand, they cannot change. Your situation cannot change if you cannot change your thoughts, because your thoughts are what led to this shit. So you need to discipline yourself, moles. Discipline yourself and use your affirmations. This is when they're most important, when your thoughts are spiraling, when you're out of control, when you're just going down this whole fucking rabbit hole. I'm going to send by text and email. I'm going to send it by text and email, probably not WhatsApp. Well, I did this shit wrong. You know what? Actually, that's a good idea. I hope all my VIPs are in WhatsApp, because I will put together another group in the community that's only for VIPs, okay? And then I'll add you guys all in there. So therefore, I can post them in that group, and it's like a private group, okay? I'll do that. That's a good ass idea. You guys are always coming with the good ideas. Yes. I tend to smile, and it helps. Good, I love it. When you affirm and work on your self-concept, I love that you're smiling for it. That's the point. Like these are supposed to make you feel good, not feel like shit. Oh, hey, Angela. You know what I'm saying? So you can't do that. You guys keep looking, how do you get rid of a 3P? Banish the bitch. Start telling yourself, no one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. No one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. And then what do you want? You want the SP to stick around? I was talking to somebody today. I hope you're on here. Yeah. Thanks, Blotsby. I love flowers. I was telling somebody on here I was responding to somebody's message, and they saw a picture of their boo and another chick, and they're comparing. You need to stop that. Don't compare. For fucking what? What are you comparing about? Okay, she's prettier than I am. So what? What does that even mean? Okay, she's prettier than I am. Okay, great. So, there's a whole lot more to marriage and dating than looks, okay? And she was hot too. So I was like, I don't even know what you're comparing yourself to, because no one compares to you, because you're beautiful. Obviously, your SP agreed that you're good looking. Why would you have dated in the first fucking place? Okay. So obviously he's attracted to you, but there's other qualities that are also equally important in an SP. So to you, right? Like, you care about more than just looks when you're dating your SP, right? So don't you think he's the same? People are the same. They care about more than that. So why the fuck, there's nobody that compares to you. No one compares to me. I'm the love of his life. That's one, because that helps with self-concept when it comes to feeling like the 3P is better than your ass, because they're not. Two, you created the 3P because at some point you thought he might be a cheater or he's going to meet someone else, and therefore he did. Okay. And so get rid of the bitch. Just say he can't stand her. He's disgusted by her. He wants nothing to fucking do with her. Fuck her. He doesn't like her. And for the 3P, what do you want to assume about the 3P? She doesn't even like him. She doesn't even like him. She left his ass. She left his ass. She can't stand him either, right? They can't stand each other, right? Help the situation along. But as long as you keep identifying the 3P as being a challenge and an obstacle standing in between you and your SP, you're going to be correct. So it's a pleasure. I certainly don't want her around, so I got rid of her ass. Yeah. And she's gone. Bye, bitch. Bye. Don't let the fucking door hit you on the way out. Actually, let the fucking door hit your ass on the way out. Bye. Slam that door shut. Bye, bitch, and lock it. and then tell a different story. Because the problem is you can get rid of a 3P, but if you don't change your view and assumption of your SP, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go through all that work. I don't know why they keep saying I'm harassing and bullying people. I don't know what they consider harassment around here. It's the fucking US. Ever since they took over TikTok. You know what I'm saying? There's sensitive bitches around here. Anyway, I'm on TikTok restriction yet again. Story of my life. But that's why I think that's why they have an incentive for you if you go 2 days without restriction. I'm like, oh, so that means a lot of people go on restriction. But if you get rid of a 3P, but you don't change your assumption about your SP, you're going to go through all that work just to get rid of the bitch, just to have another one reappear. Right? Like, we don't want that. We don't want to do that. Okay? We don't want to do that. So you need to look at your assumption of your man or your woman. Do you think that they're a cheater? Do you think that they're just going to be with somebody else? Well, if that's what you assume, whether it's this 3P or another one, there will be another one. Because that is what you assume about him, that he's moved on. No. No, I don't think so. He ain't got no damn place. Come on back. Come on back. Is it good that I feel like I don't care as much about affirming? Oh, I don't know why it keeps looping around. Can I manifest a specific person? Okay, chickadee. I'm assuming you're new here. Because that's what this whole life is always about every day. Yes, of course you can manifest a specific person. You can manifest anything you want. So people are the easiest, to be quite honest, they're the easiest to manifest. Okay? I sat there, and this is what struck me to go live last night, is I sat there and I listened to a voice note. I was reading her stuff, and I had a coaching session with her, like what, 2 days ago? It was like Monday, 2 days ago. I had a coaching session with her, and she just cried and cried and cried. And she sends me a message last night and says, Jen, he just called me his woman. Yeah, as long as you change your thoughts. Okay, and what she did, which was huge for her, which I suggest you all do, is she started looking at the past, not with her SP, guys. She started looking at like the past, like with coworkers and different people like that she didn't like their attitudes. So she changed it in her mind, and they conformed, right? They started treating her differently. They started acting differently. So she used that to remind herself, like, oh, I've done this with coworkers. I've done this with people before. So why can't I do it with my SP? Same thing. He's just a person, just like everybody else. So they did. So now, I mean, hello, how is that like you can change their mind easily, okay? But what I want you guys to do is stop trying, okay? Because the problem is, before you knew about the law, you were just being, right? You were just being. Hey, NQ. I am feeling fantastic today. I took a little bit of time off because I had a little bit of a headache. Marcel, you're blocked. How do you get her attention? Who gives a shit about the blocked feature? Start affirming that she's obsessed with you. She's always calling and texting you. She's constantly spending time with you. Whatever has to happen for her to contact you is going to happen. If she has to click that unblock feature to contact you, then she'll do that. But you guys need to really get over the block shit. Like, I don't understand. Unless you're referring to like blocked on the telephone. Who gives a fuck if you're blocked on TikTok? Who cares if you're blocked on Instagram? Why do you care? You guys actually should use that to your advantage, because why would you want, what do you want to see? What do you want to see because you're blocked? You want to see everything she's doing without you? Is that what you want to see? You want to see her living her best life, moving on? Is that what you want to see? I don't think so. And also, do you want to message her or blow her shit up? Is that why you care if you're blocked? Are you going around blocking you just so you can harass her in the DMs? I don't think so. At least you shouldn't. So you shouldn't care if you're blocked. In fact, you should leverage that to take a step back and just affirm for what it is that you want, because that unblock thing, she just has to click a button to unblock you. Okay, but take this time, because what's going to happen if you're unblocked is now you're going to go down this whole rabbit hole of stalking her online. Like, let me see her stories for the day. What reels has she posted? What's she saying? What's she doing? You know what I'm saying? And so why would you do that? You know, let me message her 55 times because she just might open the 56th message. No, don't do that, because all that stuff is going to do is add stressors to you. It's going to trigger you. Okay, so you message her, she doesn't reply, and she leaves your ass on red. Well, now you're going down this thought spiraling about everything that's not right. Why do that to yourself? In fact, you should like that she's blocked you, to be quite honest. But don't focus on the blocking, because as long as you keep telling yourself that you're blocked, she can't unblock you. Okay? So stop caring about that. Don't worry about that. Stop telling yourself you're blocked. Stop checking. Because if you're checking, you're wavering. Okay? Which means that you don't believe that she'll unblock you. You don't believe she's going to contact you. Stop doing that shit. Stop doing that. And just be, okay? Just know that she's going to contact you, and affirm that she's contacting you right now. She's contacting me right now. She's contacting me right now. She's begging for me to take her back. She's contacting me right now. Over and fucking over and over again. And don't worry about it, because she has to conform. I think that's where you guys get it confused. Oh, hey, Jasmine. I think that's where you guys honestly get the shit confused. I'm afraid that my self-concept will make me outgrow my love for SP. Well, if you're afraid what your self-concept is going to, here's every thought is a manifestation, okay? Every thought is an affirmation. So if you are afraid that your self-concept will make you outgrow your love for your SP, you might be right. But I've never seen that happen, to be quite honest. But what's the alternative? You want to be with your SP and be shallow as fuck? You know what I'm saying? I don't think so. At least I wouldn't. And if you don't work on self-concept, as well as your SP, then when your SP and you get back together, you still have a badass self-concept. So it's most likely going to, it's going to be like, history is going to repeat itself. Because you haven't done any inner work. You haven't done any work on yourself, right? To believe that you are desired, you are the baddest bitch, like you are dope. And if that causes you to outgrow your SP, well then you know what, go get yourself a better man. Okay? That's what I would say when it comes to that shit. Girl, I really don't want to get the flu. I'm sick. That excited was. I'm telling you. See, yeah. She said she was going to get, she's getting the flu. And next day she was sick. Okay? Hey, bestie, blah, it's B. I love you guys. I fucking love you guys, which is why I cried to you guys in the car, you know. Just why I cried to you guys on TikTok yesterday like a fucking sappy bitch. Hey, you know what? Thanks, Girly Pop. I like that name, actually. Manifestation seems to be a coping mechanism for people who can't control their emotions. That would be false. Okay? That would be absolutely false. First of all, no one can control their emotions. Let's be frank. Okay? If you don't have emotions, like, you guys think emotions are a bad thing. No, it's not a bad thing. Like, you'll apologize for crying. Why the fuck are you apologizing for crying? If something makes you sad, if you love somebody that isn't here and you're hurt, why? Crying is a total natural emotion last time I fucking checked. Okay? Just like if somebody pisses you off and says says a bunch of mean shit, makes you mad, anger is a total normal reaction, ain't it? So it's different if they're out of whack, okay? But manifestation isn't a coping mechanism because you're always manifesting. So you're just here learning how to control what you're manifesting, okay? You're manifesting everything in your goddamn life. You're manifesting being broke because you have broke thoughts, right? You're manifesting, and emotions don't have to do with manifestation, okay? Contrary to what law of attraction people teach. But you are constantly curating your reality no matter what you think, okay? You don't like your job, that's because you believe you're not better that's because you're settling for that job. You believe that you're not qualified to go get a better job. Therefore you don't. There's people every day that go from being every rich person literally wasn't born wealthy. You know that, right? It was created. And most of them have a story. It's like rags to riches, basically. What makes them any different than you? Nothing other than their belief, other than their thoughts about it, okay? So that's what you guys need to remember. Boom! Take a snapshot of that. Yeah, take a look at the next one that was just below that. Isaiah, yeah. She's seen my videos and she manifested her own goddamn place. Hello? Because the techniques, the things that I teach you work for anything. It's not just SPs. It works for everything in your life, okay? Everything. So kudos to you, Isaiah. So happy for you. Get your own place, bitch. Oh, there's nothing more liberating than getting your own goddamn place, let me tell you. I couldn't wait to get out of my parents' house. Yeah, stop referring to your situationship. Okay, as long as you keep calling it a situationship, it's got to stay a situationship. Okay, so since you are clearly in contact, because you got a situation going on, okay, you want to affirm for the next step. If you don't want a situationship, you want to commit a relationship, then you say, oh, he's ready to commit to me right now. He's going to commit to me right now. He's going to commit to me right now. He's loyal, faithful, and committed to me. He only wants to be with me. He'll do anything to be in a relationship with me. Yeah, start telling yourself those things. You guys see when I give you guys affirmations on here, do you see how they're worded? Okay, so when you're looking at your affirmations, make sure they're worded similarly, okay? If they're too fucking long and you got to take a goddamn breath to read your affirmations, it's too long. Okay, and make sure they're worded in a way like I'm giving you real life examples. People, oh, you're an NLP person. Okay, I always know your backgrounds, guys. I always know your backgrounds based on what you say. So cause and effect, that's an NLP term. Okay, that is an NLP term. And if you want to take cause and effect and relate it to manifestation, that is what it is. You guys are living at the effect of your SP. Okay, you're living at the effect of your breakup versus putting yourself and saying, I caused this shit, right? I manifested this, I caused it. So therefore, if I caused it, I could uncause it, right? I could change the situation. That's exactly what that is. People that see, that's where you guys are pissing me off. You guys are really pissing me off because you're always manifesting. This is not some shit that you're learning how to do, okay? People that manifest can control their emotions very well. Yeah, no, they can't because you're always manifesting. People that are consciously manifesting, that are doing it right, yes, that I wouldn't say that they can control their emotions either. I certainly don't. I literally cried to you guys last night. I don't control my emotions because I don't give a fuck. And I choose to assume that my emotions have nothing to do with manifestation. Okay, versus if you are hung up on the law of attraction shit and you want to assume that your emotions affect your manifestation, that's going to be true for you. Why would you want to do that? Especially since most people can't control their emotions. See what I'm saying? So don't create assumptions that aren't going to help your ass, okay? That are going to hurt your manifestation, your manifesting abilities, because why would you want to assume that? I would not want to assume that I'm limited, that if I experience a negative emotion, that I'm fucking it up and it's not manifesting, because everything's manifesting. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Okay, and by the way, we're not going to speak to the contrary what the fuck I'm talking about here, because this is my live. Okay, understand? Okay, and you're not going to confuse my people with nonsense. Okay, everybody's entitled to have their own opinion, but there's this feature that everybody has on their own TikTok. It's called live, right? Go live. Change lives. Okay, help people, but don't come on here and confuse people in saying, yes, your emotions affect your manifestation, and yes, this, and yes, that, and no, they don't. My members are proving it to you every day, where they're crying 1 second and their SP's conforming the next goddamn minute. Yeah, because I teach you something that is possible for everybody. Okay, I'm not going to teach you something where it's so goddamn complex that you're worrying about all the rules to manifesting and you're not manifesting shit because you're over here worried about 5,500 rules. No, that's why I ditched the NLP shit, because it's like I don't need to find out what my limiting beliefs I have and what mental blocks I have and let all that shit go. Yeah, I spent over 15 grand on my trainings, okay? And I need to let all that shit go or I'm fucked. No. Your past ain't got shit to do with right now. You can change it. You don't have to go change your fucking past to change the present. You don't have to do none of that shit. I teach you something that's easy. Something that's easy, powerful, and fucking works. Yeah. Period. You guys see this shit? You guys see it in the comments. I don't make this shit up. Just read the comments and people are like, hey, I've been watching your shit. I did what you said and boom. Manifested, bitch. Yeah, of course it did. Of course it did. Stick with me and I'll have you getting everything you fucking want, period. And I will be unapologetically me. I used your name, bitch. How do we see movement when there's no contact? Okay, so how do you see movement when there's no contact? Okay, first of all, stop focusing on no contact, okay? I don't care if you're in no contact, stop focusing on no contact, because if you keep telling yourself you're in no contact, guess what? They can't contact you. They literally can't contact you because you're viewing yourself as being in no contact with your SP. Okay, so instead, affirm for contact. This is why I don't like the people that tell you to go live all the way at the end of marriage. If you're in no contact, it's really hard to put yourself in the state of married. Like, it's not realistic. So I believe that if you're in no contact, we want to manifest in steps. We want to manifest contact. Okay? Because this is how you see movement quickly. Okay? You're not going to see, it's hard to see movement. I won't say you're not going to, but it's hard to see movement if you're just focused on, we're happily married, we're happily married, we're happily married, we're happily married. Okay, cool, sick. Well, I know that there's a series of events that has to unfold naturally for you to be married, but that could take a while because it could take a lot longer for you to create, because things don't manifest until you step into the assumption. Welcome to the family, Tina. Okay, things don't manifest until you step into the assumption of this is true. So that's why it's hard if you're in no contact to focus on we're married, because it's really hard for you to step into the assumption that that's fucking true when you're literally not even talking to the person. You know what I'm saying? So instead, what I chose to do is say he's obsessed with me. He's always calling and texting me, right? Because therefore, he's always calling and texting me, right? So that's contact. Right, so now you're not on contact because we were not in contact. I wouldn't say I was blocked. I wasn't blocked, but he had a new phone number, so I didn't have a way to contact him, okay? And he's not on social media like that. So he doesn't even have any social media. He has one Instagram account, that's it. And it's not active. It's the most boring account possible. So but you see movement. You see what I'm saying? Blah, you're like one of my favorite besties. But that's movement. So now you see movement, and what that does is it motivates you. Don't focus on the movement though, okay? Don't focus on where's it at? It's not happening, because that's wavering, okay? That's wavering. But when you acknowledge the movement, when you see movement, like let's say you're affirming that he's always calling and texting me, he's always calling and texting me. He texts me good morning every fucking day, right? Like he's so obsessed with me. And then all of a sudden you get a text or you get a call or you get a like on your stories. That's contact. So you acknowledge the contact and you acknowledge the movement and then use that to excite you to keep going and then go to the next step, right? So because you're going to see movement much faster, okay? But don't be looking for the movement because that is wavering, right? Anytime you guys are checking for something, that is wavering, okay? Because if you knew and assumed and believed, like a lot of you like to say, you wouldn't be checking for shit. What do I need to check for? Right? I don't need to check for movement. I expect movement. It's the expectancy that manifests, which is why I tell you guys that even though you guys, before you knew about the law, you guys were always manifesting. But a lot of things you were manifesting very fast, both positive and negative. But why? Because you guys weren't focused on, oh, am I doing it right? Am I doing it right? Oh my God, am I doing this right? Like, where's it at? Is it happening? Am I doing it right? No, you were just being. Okay, you were just being and manifesting. Being and manifesting. You weren't obsessing over shit. You weren't going down some thought spiral rabbit hole. You weren't going and obsessing over where's the movement. I have to check this. I'm not saying shit. You weren't doing that. Therefore, things were showing up. So, fuck the rules. Fuck the techniques. Fuck the rules. You are the technique. Just affirm like you're affirming all day anyway for what it is that you want. Discipline your mind. That's it. That's all you have to do. Oh yeah, somebody came up with the law of detachment. Sometimes, here's the thing, sometimes it's, sometimes you can let it go and it will manifest, but that's only because you let go of the resistance, okay? You let go of the resistance, because there's a lot of people that try to get their SP back, and then just said, fuck it, I'm over it, let it go, and then SP popped back up. Why? Because they let go of the resistance. Okay, they let go of the resistance to it. But I don't ever suggest you let shit go. Let go of the resistance. Let go of the old story. That's the only thing you should be letting go of. But I wouldn't let go. I'm not letting go of nothing that I want. I would never let go of my man. No, sorry. That's just me. That's just my personality. I don't know what some people are talking about on this bitch. What's up, Nina? Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Oh, that was you. Oops. Sorry. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But I'll reach out to you right after this. I promise. I promise, bitch. I promise. So, I don't know. Some people are coming on here thinking they're all fucking kinds of experts and shit. And they're just confusing people. I love listening to you, but I feel bad today because of my period, so I have to go. That's okay, NQ. All replays are posted. If you are new to the party here, all replays of lives. I go live every day at 10 o'clock Pacific time for about 3 hours, sometimes a little bit longer. Actually, oftentimes a little bit longer. But all replays are always posted on YouTube. I have not posted yesterday's replays on YouTube because fucking TikTok is pissing me off and won't download my shit. But I'll get it and I will post it on the tube of you so you guys can always watch the replays. Okay? My husband is a great guy too. That's exactly how you should be describing your SPs. Okay? That's how you should be describing your SPs. Is that they're a great man. They're a great person. They're a great man to me. Like, he is the best boyfriend in the world to me. That's what you should be affirming. That's how you should be describing your boyfriend. And but understand that how you're describing your SP, if you describe your SP that he's a great person, right? Because I've always said that about my SP, is that he's a great man. He's a really good guy. And you should all be describing your SPs that way instead of being like, he's an asshole and he's blocked me. Okay? But remember that, understand that that is only half of the process. It's only half the process. I had a coaching call yesterday with a client who she described her SP exactly that way, exactly the way I've described my SP the whole time. And so therefore he's a really good guy. He treats her really well. He says all the nice things, right? He's a good man. But that didn't prevent the breakup. Because your thoughts are also manifesting. So you want to have positive thoughts about your SP. You want to describe him in a way that you want to describe him. But at the same time, you can't react to things that he's doing. You can't react to his behavior, even though he's not being an asshole. Okay? Even though he's not being an asshole. But if they start to pull away, they start to do things like that, you can't let your thoughts get out of control. Like, I wonder where we're at. Like, he's a great man, but is he going to leave me? Like, are we breaking up? Like, what is going on here? We're having problems. Because that's manifesting too. He's a great guy that's leaving your ass. We don't want that. Okay? We don't want that. Okay? We want you to have the whole damn enchilada. Okay? I spiraled and cried this morning, but I'm good now. Started back affirming. The new story. Love that, Virgo. That's exactly what you do. It's okay. There's a delay, and the delay works in your favor. Okay? So understand that, own that, and don't beat yourself up over it. You spiraled, you cried, cool. Affirm your ass right through. First of all, if you're crying, affirm your ass right through the fucking tears. Okay? Affirm through the tears, affirm through the anger, affirm through all that shit. Okay? And stop checking shit, moles. You need to really stop checking your shit, okay? And I know you are because you just said so. You're like, says opened 1 day ago. I know he saw it. So what? So let me tell you what you're giving that meaning to, okay? Because I just talked to somebody in my DMs about the same shit. Kind of, same shit. So you see that you check the DMs because obviously you sent him a DM. But here's the problem. You did not send the DM. This is for all of you that are insisting on contacting your SP when you're in no contact. Okay? This is for all of you. Do not, and I'm not going to tell you don't contact your SP, but I'm going to tell you why you should not. Do not contact your SP unless you know how they're going to reply. Unless you expect them to respond. If you don't expect them to respond or you don't know how they're going to reply, then don't bother. Don't bother. Because my guess is you sent the DM saying, I hope they reply. I hope she sees it and replies. Well, she saw it, but she didn't reply because you weren't sure if she was. And so because of that, she's everyone as you pushed out, guys. You keep having to remember this. They're only doing what you assume they're going to do. They're only responding or not responding based on your assumptions of that person right now. So if you're going to reach out to your SP, there's nothing wrong with having no contact, but wanting to reach out to them. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're going to reach out to them, you better expect their ass to reply. You better expect their ass to conform. Like, of course, I'm going to contact them because of course I'm going to contact them because my boyfriend he wants to hear from me. He's dying to hear from me and he can't wait to talk to me. When you have that assumption, cool, message him. But if you don't have that assumption, why even bother? Because all that's going to do is trigger you. You can manifest an exact SP all day long. Your subconscious mind who knows who your dream person is, what qualities you want, everything about your dream person. So you can literally just be like, I just met my dream man. I literally just met my dream man. I totally just met my dream man. And you can affirm for that. And he will come. He will come. But back to you bitches that can't stay away from the fucking DMs. She didn't respond because a day later because you consistently checked to see if she'd fucking respond, which means that you didn't believe she would respond. So, therefore, she showed up exactly how you assumed. Stop doing that shit. You should know. This is a self-concept thing too, guys. Because if I told you all right now, you're in no contact. If I told all you no contact people right now to message your SP right now, how would that make you feel? Would you be nervous? Would you not know if they're going to reply? I'll wait. Of course. That's the problem. That is the problem. And what the fuck did that DM say? Were you trying to convince her to answer you? Were you trying to convince her of shit? Were you trying to plead your case? Don't do that. You cannot force the 3D, okay? You can text her all goddamn day long. It don't matter. You can't force change. You cannot force your reality to change. You must do it here. You must change your assumptions of your SP. You must change how you believe that they're going to respond or not respond, because either way, you're going to be right. You need to do all the inner work here in your thoughts before you go out here and take aligned action. Because the only action you should be taking in the 3D is in alignment with your thoughts about it. With your thoughts about it. If you don't know how your SP is going to respond, don't even fucking waste your time. Because they're going to respond exactly how you assume. They're not going to respond at all because you fucking don't think they will. And don't tell me you thought she would respond, because if that was true, you wouldn't have been checking the DMs to see if you got a response. Okay. Real men let the little girl spiral without affecting the man's peace. Advanced man can balance her. don't know what that means, but that sounds good now. That sounded good, Big Banana. Okay. Don't be afraid. Manifestation is natural. It is. Manifestation is natural. And your manifestations will unfold naturally to you. Okay, so this is where somebody said I was affirming for him to text me and he called me instead. Of course, if he's not a texter and he's a caller, you can affirm he's going to text you all day long. It will happen naturally. So if he's not a texter, he's not going to text you. He's going to call you. Okay, you assign meaning to everything. So if you sent a message, I don't give a fuck if you see that they read that shit. So what? Instead, assign it the meaning that you want. But right now, you're assigning the meaning that she's ignoring you. Which means she has to continue to ignore you. It's not her choice. She doesn't have free will. So instead of assuming and assigning the read but no response meaning that she is ignoring you, instead what you need to be doing is saying, oh, she's just busy. Clearly she's just busy right now, but she's gonna message me back right now. Like, she's literally just gonna message me back right now. You have to change the meaning. You know, somebody said that when they're affirming, this is what I was responding to this morning. She said, I was affirming for contact. And every time she was looking at his picture, which is what we're going to do again today, bitches, okay? She was looking at her. You can change it. But Anna, what are you talking about? You can change anything. You can change anything in your reality, period. People are doing it every day in my group, okay? On here live. You'll see it on live. You'll see comments being dropped like, oh my God, this happened, this happened, this happened, this fucking happened. It's all day long. Okay? So it's not that difficult. You just need to get a grip on your thoughts. Just get a grip on your thoughts. Yeah, you know, exactly. I mean, I think it's funny. Unless you want to watch me because you just like listening to my fucking voice. If you don't believe in what we're talking about here, then there's that back button. You could just slide up out of here. It really doesn't fucking matter. I don't know why on the internet, because I'm not this way. Because I don't give an ounce of effort to things I don't agree with, because I don't give a shit. If that's their vibe, cool. I just click to the next video. Like, it's really not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel the need to comment on people's shit because I don't agree. I think that that's stupid. Why waste your time? Why waste your energy? I don't need to do that. But a lot of people, that's what they do. They like to come and give their humble opinion and then bow out like cowards. Cool. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Obviously, I'm not for you, Thomas. Okay? Life is too short. Don't waste your time on people who don't prioritize you. Well, I mean, to each their own. To each their own. I don't really give a shit, okay? You can think about whatever you want, but the fact is, you need to have an open mind. Just take a look at your life, okay? Just take a look at your life. And if you think that you're not manifesting and you live by your own rules and all that good stuff, that's cool. That's cool. It sounds good. But take a look at your life. I promise if you take a look at your entire fucking life, you're going to see that while you're living by your own rules, you're manifesting all the shit you don't want, even though you're living by your own rules. But it's okay, because what you're going to do is justify that. But at the end of the day, your ass knows I'm right. So, you know what I'm saying? Just saying is if you took a look at everything in your life, even the bad shit, you caused it. But keep living by your own rules. But don't come in here a year from now and be like, I ain't gotten shit. My life has not improved because I'm living by my own rules. I have too much fun with people on here. Because I just think a lot of this stuff is just pure ignorance. It's just pure ignorance. So, yeah, okay, so Nadine, you're always afraid when you message him. Like, you need to understand that, like, stop being afraid, okay? Stop being afraid. Instead, I want you to immerse yourself in what if he did respond? Right? Like, I was talking to somebody and she said, every time I look at his picture and I tell him to contact me, like you're contacting me right now, every time she does that, he contacts her, but he sends her a song. I thought that was kind of cute, actually. She's like, I don't know what that means. She goes, every time I look at his picture and tell him to contact me, he sends me a song. Like every time. She goes, I don't know what that means. I said, well, bitch, what do you want it to mean? You can decide. You assign meaning to everything. I said, so in my humble opinion, I'd be like, every time he sends me a song, that shows me he's obsessed with me. I'm the upper power. It's not that difficult. You guys need to stop making it difficult. Okay, so instead of focusing on, I need to contact them and sound desperate and needy and thirsty, I wouldn't do that. Why? What fun is there in that when you can have them contact you? I want to be in control. I'm in control. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no. Go ahead, contact me. Contact me, bitch. Because I'll let you, I'll leave that if this is my terms. Yeah. I'll go ahead and let you contact me. I don't need to worry about contacting you. I expect your message today, bitch. I expect your message today because I said so. So I'll just leave that up to me. You're the creator. You're in control. Okay? Yeah, I get the silent treatment. I gotta stop somehow. Yeah. Okay. I was gonna say, yeah, that's like I'm afraid to message my SP. You're not afraid to message your SP, but at the same time, you're assuming you're gonna get the silent treatment. Yeah. No. Every time I message my SP, he happily responds immediately.